Nice to meet you, Mr. Saeed.
Thanks, but please call me Frank. Every time someone says Mr. Saeed, I think they're talking about my dad.
Fine. This is Michael Hancock, my clerk. He's in his last year of law school.
Nice to meet you.
So as I understand it, you are starting a new business.
Yes, I have created a new app for smartphones called My Personal Assistant. It's an app that allows users to search for people to allow them to do errands for them, such as cleaning their house, or picking up their clothes from the cleaners, or even walking their dog. I already have all the service providers set, and I have an investor funding the app. What I'm not sure is if the business would be better as a corporation or an LLC.
Well, there are advantages and disadvantages of both. Michael, would you like to explain the major advantages of a corporation?
Sure. The biggest advantages of a corporation is limited liability of the shareholders.
Interesting. What else?
If a corporation accumulates too much debt that it can't pay off, or if it's sued for any reason, a judgment may be made against the corporation. The corporation's money and other assets can be used to pay off the judgment. However, the money and assets of the shareholders, the people who own the corporation, are protected. But the liability is limited to the money they paid for their shares. They cannot be forced to pay more.
That sounds good. Could you tell me a little more?
A corporation may also issue more shares of stock for future shareholders. This allows them to raise money to get bigger. Do you think you may want to expand the corporation?
Well, if the app sells well, yes. Ideally we'd like to use it to finance more apps and maybe someday go public.
Well, then it sounds like a corporation may be for you. You will eventually be able to go public and sell shares to people.
But the disadvantages of a corporation are the large amount of paperwork required to form it and maintain it. Also, both the corporation's income is taxed and any corporate profits distributed to the shareholders is income to them and taxed again. Double tax.
What about an LLC?
A limited liability company does have the same limited liability protection for its owners, who are called members, as a corporation. And there's very little paperwork required to start an LLC and no rules about maintaining it. There are no required meetings of owners or managers, for example.
Well, that sounds much better. But what if I want to go public in the future?
That would not be possible with an LLC. You would need a corporation to be able to sell shares to the public.
Well, then, we have big plans for the future, so I guess a corporation's the way to go.
Fine. Michael will begin preparing the articles of incorporation right away. Congratulations, Frank. You're in business.